So Denzel Washington, right, has finally lost his sequel virginity to with the Equalizer 2. First sequel he's done. Anyway, let's see what Ross has got to say about it. Stick about, or stick around as he says. I'll see thee tomorrow in the video.
Hello there YouTube and welcome to another random review with me, Random Ross. Okay, so today I am reviewing The Equalizer 2, directed by Anthony Fuqua or something, starring Denzel Washington, Ashton Sanders, Bill Pullman and Melissa Leo. So this is a sequel to 2015's, is it 2015's, action thriller The Equalizer, and this is the first ever sequel Denzel Washington has ever done, so for him it's kind of a big deal. I mean, throughout his long career, and that, I mean, the guy's 63 now, and throughout his long, at least three decade career, he has never done a sequel to any film he's been in till now. So, yeah, Denzel Washington has finally made a sequel. So, let's get on to the likes and the dislikes about this film. So, Denzel Washington reprises his role as Robert McCall, aka the Equalizer, and he is going around equalizing things, going out on missions and that, and still has his OCD in that. So let's get on to the likes and the dislikes about this one, as I've just said already. First of all, the likes. Well, I like that this was Denzel Washington's first sequel, and he did great in this. His performance was, good. I enjoyed his performance in this. Pretty much the same old kind of person he plays in a lot of his films. Calm, calm, thinks things through and that. And stuff, and yeah, he did a great job reprising his role, because he acted as if he popped off for 2 seconds and came back, and he was just great in this film. Great job for your first ever sequel, Denzel. And also, great jobs from all his supporting cast, which included Bill Pullman. I wasn't expecting him to be in this, and I haven't seen Bill Pullman in a lot lately. Not really in a lot of things, is he? I can't recall him. Last thing I can ever recall him being in was Torchwood Miracle Day, which was back in 2010. And that. Also, I thought that, this was, Denzel Washington was great in this, and, the action sequences were good. I liked how he thought things through, how he envisioned it all in his head and stuff, how he gave the bad guys their just desserts. I liked his character still in this film. But the same can't be said for the story, I'm afraid. Now, sometimes when it comes to sequels, it is hard to top the predecessor, and for me, in this case, I think that this one wasn't as good as the first film. I'm not saying it was a bad film, by all means, it wasn't terrible. I mean, it wasn't boring. Well, there were a few bits in there that were boring, but, excuse me, I'm just a bit warm. Just got out of the shower. I mean, it wasn't a bad film, I'm not saying that. It just, for me, was a little bit of a slow burn. I mean, the opening act did good, and the first, 10 minutes were good and that, but then it's like the middle act just got a little boring for me, and when it came to the final act, the action sequences and that, it was like, I just thought, I mean, I'm trying to not give any spoilers here, but for me, I just yeah, I just didn't feel it. Just didn't feel as action packed for me. And when I like my action thrillers, I like them to be full action packed and everything. This one wasn't as good as actiony as the first film, and I mean, yeah, it, yeah, I've got kind of mixed feelings about this one. Denzel Washington, though, nothing wrong with him in this film. He did brilliant. It's just the story I didn't think was as good um, in this one, especially the bad guys and that in it. Yeah, it just wasn't. It just wasn't, and also it was like, like when he got to the bad guy and gave him his what for. It's just like, yeah, yeah. I just didn't think this was as. I much prefer the first film, and there. I like this one, but I didn't love it. It's like the first film I did like, I did enjoy, and I did watch that more than once. This one, I mean, is it worth going to the cinemas for? Yeah, if you like Denzel Washington and his films and that, and you like the first Equalizer, yeah, by all means, I do recommend it for that. But if if you're a patient person and you can wait for films to come out on DVD, I would say do that. Um, but yeah, Denzel did good for his first ever sequel to a film he's ever done, and is it the first of many sequels he's going to do to something? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll do a sequel to another film that he's done in the past. And that, I mean, Sandra Bullock, she'd never done a sequel until Miss Congeniality 2, and, well, no, she never did a sequel until Speed 2, and then Miss Congeniality 2, and she thought sequels aren't her thing. She even turned down, to reprise her role for the Heat 2, which was in development at one time or the other. But enough about that. We're talking about Denzel Washington in The Equalizer 2. So I thought the cinematography was good. Denzel Washington, spot on. But, the story, for me, it just wasn't all there. I did find it a little slow and a little boring. But, there's no pleasing everyone. I mean, if you want to see it for yourself, then yeah, go ahead. Go see it for yourself. But for me, yeah, let's just get on to my ratings. I'm going to give The Equalizer 2. I'll probably give this a 3 out of 5. I think that's a good enough score. 3 out of 5 for The Equalizer 2. From me, it's just my personal opinion. So, yeah, this has been my random review. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are down below in the description. So, my Facebook group, Merchant Movies and TV Shows, my Twitter, Instagram. Be sure to check all that out. And yeah, I will see you soon. And until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye.